Dikembe, you come from Freeport, Illinois, and then later on in your life, you moved to Kentucky in the West Virginia area. How did Kentucky and West Virginia mold you into the person and player you are today?
Just growing up watching my sister, watching her work hard, and that's about it.
And what are the main factors? Who are the main factors and the people that really influenced you to play in this game and made you fall in love with it?
My parents, my older sister, and my older brother.
And how would they do that?
They just took me in the gym, showed me what I need to work on if I want to be great, and I just started doing it on my own.
And from a young age, what type of specific talents and skills in basketball? Was it handling, shooting when you first came into the game? What was most important to you?
Ball handling and just finishing at the rim with contact.
And what was your sister's background in basketball? Because she seems to have taught you a lot about it.
She was pretty good. She went to state all 4 years. She lost though, but she got second place each time. Marshall, she broke the record for the longest three or something like that.
Okay.
And she just taught me how to dribble and to use my hook to go by somebody,
yeah.
But not a big hook where the ref was notice it.
And outside of basketball, how did she influence you into becoming a better man ultimately?
She would just tell me keep your grades up because without school you won't be able to play.
Yeah. And was it a struggle for you at the beginning? Because I know a lot of high school athletes, it's kind of a struggle to juggle the two sports.
Yeah, at first, because I just wanted to hoop. I didn't want to go to school, but as I got older and matured, I had realized if I didn't go to school, I wouldn't be able to hoop.
Absolutely.
And then I love the game, so
So you kind of just realized basketball, even if you don't make it in basketball, basketball can take you places elsewhere.
I probably wouldn't have, without basketball, I probably wouldn't have went to college because it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna get my school paid for, so I need to.
Yeah, just that free scholarship, right?
Yeah.
You averaged 21 points, 10 rebounds in high school. How did you do that? What was your work ethic, pretty much, in high school, other than when you were a kid? Because those are some pretty good numbers.
I just always told myself that I was better than everyone. So when I had told myself that, when I got in the gym, I didn't want nobody else to show me up. So.
And then what position did you play in high school?
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard. So you moved up when you came to the college system.
Yeah.
What was a specific game that you kind of remember from your high school career? Any buzzer beaters, any dunks when the crowd went wild? What was it?
We had a lot of dunks, but no buzzer beaters. We always blew teams out. But that was the first time we made it to that school ever made it to state. So.
You participated in the John Lucas basketball camp, which Hoop Mixtape on YouTube and everything. That's a big camp, one of the biggest camps in the country. Being able to be involved with that camp and seeing some great players and being trained by one of the greats, John Lucas himself, how did that also mold you into the person you are today, into the player you are today?
Well, when I went there, he was like, "Who is you?" and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I had told him "You gonna see." And at the end of the camp, I was ranked top 5 in it, and I got a top 5 jersey. And he was telling me just because you're not ranked doesn't mean anything. A lot of people that's ranked don't even make it.
Exactly.
So that just gave me encouragement.
And why do you feel so you carried the same motivation that you did in your high school games into the John Lucas program? Just feel like I'm better than everybody else and everything's gonna come together and fall.
Yeah, when I first got there, my dad was he was talking to me I was not that good, and I was what are you doing? You know how I am. He was but it's a lot of good players that's gonna be in this camp that's ranked 100, and I was okay. So that got me mad and made me go in there and do what I had to do.
And alongside with the John Lucas camp, you were a McDonald's All-American nominee, and with results like that, how does that make you feel? As not only a basketball player, as a person.
It made me feel good, but at the same time, I haven't made it yet, so it ain't gonna stop.
Yeah, all that stuff is in the past. Okay.
That's just.
During high school, obviously, the first thing you did in the morning was wake up. So, other than practice, tell us your schedule that kind of made you.
My high school schedule?
Yeah, other than practice.
I'll wake up at about 6, shower, go catch the bus. I had gym around 5th period, so I would just shoot in there with my bro, Montreal, and then we have practice after school around 3.
And then outside of my question was outside of the team's practice, what did you do individually?
And then after that's what I was gonna get to. After practice, I would stay and shoot like
Okay.
500 shots on the gun we had.
And how did your coach help you as a player back in high school?
That's what he told me. He said like if you want to be good, like you gotta put your time in it more than just practice and then go home and do what you do. Like you should like after practice when everybody leaves, you should still be here shooting if you want to be great.
Separate yourself from the regulars from the grades, right?
Yeah.
And you got offers from UIC, obviously, DePaul, Tennessee, Alabama, UNLV, Wake Forest. Why did you choose the school with the smallest basketball name out of those?
Cause I just feel like everywhere I went, like I was there like to help them out, and I felt like UIC like needed me. All them other schools had like good players too, and I didn't think they would like need me like UIC would.
And do you feel like, obviously, any Division I athlete's ultimate dream is to make it into professional basketball? What is that for you? Is that NBA? Is that EuroLeague?
Yeah, I want to make it to the NBA, but if I had to go overseas, I would. But I don't think I'm gonna have to.
And when did you realize you made the right decision?
The first day, like when I got here on campus and everybody like welcomed me and like made me feel like I'm wanted and stuff like that. And Coach McLean was just like always there for me if I needed something.
Obviously, you took a big role as you're just a freshman. You have one of the biggest roles on the team, not only as a player but as a leader. Who are some upperclassmen, sophomores, whatever it is, that have already been in this program that kind of took you in as a younger brother and just showed you the ropes?
Ty Odiasi, Lance, Harvey, and Keese and Gabe, they like during practice they'd be like this right here won't work in the game because like they're just as quick as you.
Yeah.
So like they just told me like ways to adjust my game to help me out in the team.
Mm. And then I know it's like kind of tough coming in, and then you took their advice and you listened, and it obviously worked out in the game for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think they would lie to me, so I was like, we're on the same team, so yeah, I'll listen to y'all.
The season's over. What are your expectations for the next one?
Just get stronger, work on my ball handling and jump shots.
And as a team, where do you feel like you guys are going to go with the if you have any new incoming freshmen that have already made up their mind that are coming here, where do you feel like you're going to go with this team?
I think we're in a conference, we're going to be 1 or 2 seed.
You were named the Horizon League Freshman of the Year. You averaged 20 points per game, 7 rebounds. Once again, with achievements like that, how did that make you feel outside of high school and college?
It made me feel good because like when I was in high school, everybody was like, "Oh, you only doing this because you're like 6'7" and we're all small." And they're like, "Wait till you get to college, you're not gonna be able to do that." So like doing that in college just made me feel better about myself.
And how were you capable of doing so?
Just working in the gym, asking McLean what I need to do to get better, and whatever he tell me in practice, I do it, and that was the results.
And I know you made a good relationship with Michael Kolawole this season, fellow freshman. How did your relationship? How did that work out on the court? Was it a positive?
Yeah, he's so competitive. Like we'll be ready to fight because how hard we'll go at each other in practice. Like we always guard each other, and he's a good player. He was really great going against him because he got me better, and I feel like I got him better.
And then your first season with Coach McLean's come to an end. How is his mentoring you? How did that help you as well?
It was really hard on me, but like at the end of the day, I was like, I need this if I want to be good. So, like he like called me in his office, like, do you think I'm asking for too much? And I'd be like, no, this is what I told you to do for me. So,
that's why you wanted. And then he coached with. He was an assistant coach of a big program, Indiana University. Victor Oladipo had some great things to say about him. He said, everything Coach McLean does is for the better. He tries to make us. He tries to bring out the best of each player. Doesn't matter what role you play on the team. When you found out Steve McLean was coming from Indiana University under Coach Crean, coming to coach you, was that one of the factors why you decided to take the scholarship?
He know Victor like personally, and like he'll show me messages like what Oladipo said to him, and I was just like, that's just inspiring me to do it because he always like compared me to Oladipo. So.
And how would he compare you to Oladipo? Like the
like
people you are,
wise and like how we how we play like when we get on the court. Like we believe we're better than everybody.
In terms of like the basketball differences, how do you feel like the Chicago style of basketball is different like than the Southern style, the Kentucky West Virginia style of ball?
Is everybody in Chicago like quick, and West Virginia like they're more of a like we're gonna use the whole shot clock. But in Chicago, everybody just getting their shots really quick. It's just a fast game.
And do you feel like that was, because you said you like to you try to resemble your game around Derrick Rose, Kevin Durant, using speed, jump shot in your game. Wouldn't that fit better with the Chicago ball system than the West Virginia?
Yeah, it did, but my coach had changed the play style for us just because how like I ran. But other teams, it'd be hard playing against them because they were so slow.
And in terms of the city, Chicago, what's the difference with Chicago and West Virginia?
Bigger. West Virginia's smaller. Not many great players come from West Virginia. A lot of good players come from Chicago, so that's about it.
And tell us, to round things up, tell us about Dikembe Dixson outside of basketball, some things that a lot of people don't really know.
I like to eat, sleep, and just play 2K and hang out with my friends. That's about it.
And I noticed your name was Dikembe, but your last name is Dixon. It was kind of confusing because when I hear the name Dikembe, I think of Dikembe Mutombo from the NBA.
When I was growing up, I was about 10 years old, and people made fun of my name, but I was like, Dad, why'd you name me this? And he was like, I just know you was gonna be a hooper. And ever since then, I was just like, all right, that's just me.
So it has no connections with the Congolese.
No.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Dikembe. I really appreciate it, man.
FlawlessTracks.net. FlawlessTracks.net.
Drop.
Hey, it's the best kept secret.